Freaking Toriko, man. What is with this manga? I can't. I am too hyped on this. Because, like, literally, I remember reading it. When I first read this, I saw the page, and it was just like, what? The first page is with, like, animals or something like that. Like, it's not even that special, sorry. Like, let me just look this up for a second. The first page is just, like, animals and that. Like, it's not even that special. Or, like, we don't see anything big happen on the first page. But as soon as I saw the first page, I was just like, yeah, I'm done. I'm like, I know this is going to be a hype chapter. And I was right, because freaking hell, Walking Guinness, like, look at him. He's just, like, shrouded in darkness. And how massive is he? Like, freaking hell. Like, the Walking Guinness that we thought it was actually the number 2. That guy was massive. And then you see him just jump down and like, freaking hell. Okay, so let me try and contain this hype because I can't, like, what even finished me off is how Toriko, he just gave like a right jab to him. Why? If we had a good anime, like, Madhouse, freaking hell. If we had a good anime, like, life would be complete. It'd be so sick. Could you imagine that happening? And what I loved about this chapter is we obviously built up the hype for Toriko, but of course there are worries. Like, I am worried with what Mr. Toshi's doing with how the whole Area 6 arc, that just got off screened. I am worried of that. I'm extremely worried. I'm not really annoyed. I'm sad because I really wanted to see what's happening with that. Because I truly thought that was, in my opinion, I was extremely interested for that arc. I truly thought that arc was going to be amazing because there was so much good. There was so much good things going to happen. Like it would have been awesome, and we just come, like, at the end of this chapter, we just see, like, everyone finished with all the battles and that. We've freaking Don Slime in his new form. I truly think that's Don Slime and Ichiraya combined, like, in one. But I'll get into that in the later half of my review. But either way, yeah, like, I'm honestly, like, I truly hope Mr. Toshi goes back on this. Just like how he's going back on this now with Toriko when he first went into the gourmet world. Like, I truly hope Mr. Toshi does something like this. I truly hope that the pace, because the pacing's all over the place right now. It's been all over the place for a couple of chapters either way. But I really wanted to see another arc. So either maybe get some flashbacks on it, or we get some information on something. I want something. Like, I don't want us just to miss the content. That would be quite gutting. I would be gutted if we do, because it would just been so awesome. So either way, this chapter was a freaking hype because we find out with Toriko, like, his sense of smell is. It's undescribable. It's nonsense. His sense of smell is just it's nonsense. It honestly is. Like, how can you smell all of the whole world in that? And that's why I wondered, like, when he was sleeping ages ago, like, he had his nose plugs in. So I was just like, wait, what? Like, why has he got nose plugs? But either way, like, it does make sense a bit now, because even when I was reading it, because I caught up to Toriko in what, chapter 307 or something like that. I caught up to Toriko on the 300s. When I was reading the gourmet arc when Toriko when he came into the gourmet world, and he was like, when he came into the gourmet world, and he was sleeping and all that kind of stuff, I got a vibe that he was, like, unbelievably strong. Like, the way Mr. Toshi presented him, and he came back to the human world with the massive rice bowl and everything. I thought, like, the vibe that I got from him of his strength was, like, at frickin' Midora level kind of thing. That's the vibe that I got. And don't frickin', like, honestly, I'm not even gonna scream at that, because I can't. Like, the hype is that high that my emotion won't even be able to, like, my emotion can't even express it, because Midora said if he didn't give Komatsu away freely, that he would have gotten harmed or he would have gotten hurt in the battle, and I'm just like, what? Like, is Toriko this strong? That's the thing. How is he this strong? Is it just the potential of, like, him awakening? It possibly is. I'm guessing. Is this strength just the red Oni? Or is this strength the blue Oni? Or is it all together, like, in unison? I do not know. I'd like to know that. I'd like to know where he's getting this strength from, how it's awakening, what is awakening it. It's possibly Acacia's full course. But I'm just freaking hell, like, he's coming out and he's facing Wolfkin Guinness, and he's got a Radiant Emperor ring. He's not even fighting yet. He's standing, and they're creating an Emperor. An Emperor ring is already surrounding him. Like, what did even the narrator say? It said, like, his strength is that of a meteorite, or like, I'm done. I'm honestly, I can't. He is so hyped. The full spread, that full spread page of him when he's just standing there and Stargent's just like, this is the man what Midoriya's Sama spoke of. I want to ask you guys, how strong do you think Toriko is right now? Do you think he is at Midoriya's level, or do you think he's below it, or do you think he's at least coming close? Like, where does he rank right now? And in comparison, where does Zebra and the other three Heavenly Kings match up to Toriko right now? Because freaking hell, like, Toriko just managed, I'm guessing by his smell, he just realised that that wasn't the original Wolf King Genis. Like, Wolf King Genis looks awesome, and first of all, his like, the way he's all shrouded, like, he looks grey, I think, it's just beast. But if you notice behind him, there's, like, how many eyes? If they're wolves, I'm done. If they're wolves, I'm gonna faint, because, like, Mr. Toshi's just releasing too much greatness, it's unbelievable. So I'm so hyped for Toriko. I am so freaking hyped, because Don Slime looks like a beast, and that is Don Slime's true form, I believe. I said earlier that I think that is Don Slime and Ichirayu, like, together. That's just a thought. It probably isn't, but either way, if Don Slime in his true form, because what he said was beast, he was just like, I'm a disaster, but a disaster with ill intent. And I was just like, yo, you can't be saying this, because the narrator said it earlier, like, all these meteorites, or like planets and all that kind of stuff's got their disaster within, but they have no intent. And then when Don Slime comes in, it's just like, freaking hell, this is beast. So I'm so hyped for next chapter of Toriko. I'm so hyped for Toriko in general, because pretty much God is appearing soon, because freaking Toriko can smell it and he knows where it's going to be. I'm guessing it's going to be in Area 2. I'm guessing that's what it was implied in this chapter, that we will see God in Area 2. And that's why, I don't know, that's why Wolf King Genis came. And Wolf King Genis had, the right-hand man came. The right-hand man, I think that was at like 6,000 capture level. I don't know what capture level that was, but I know it was unbelievably high, like around 6,000 or something like that. So what is Wolf King Genis, we do not know. And Toriko punched him. Like, it's different, because when Toriko was facing up to Heracles, Toriko was just like, oh, I don't know how long I can hold him off, maybe for like a minute or so. And then he released out his gourmet demon. But in this one, he was calm. He had no, like, ill intent. They came, like, it seemed like they were on the same level. Like, freaking hell. I just want to see Wolf King Genis. I can't do this. Freaking Wolf King Genis is just a beast. He's definitely one of my favourite 8 Kings right now, because his presence, the way he came in, I saw that paw, and I was just like, yo, he came in, and he just came in like a beast. Like, you can literally see the bestiality just flowing like an aura, like presence. I'm just like, I'm so hyped. So we'll see what's gonna happen in the next chapter of Toriko. Either way, if Don Slime's around, Ichirayu will be coming. I truly think we'll see Ichirayu. I don't know if he's gonna come back from the dead. Maybe we'll see some flashbacks of Ichirayu in it. I truly hope. I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say. Mr. Toshi, he surpassed my levels. Like, it's mad. It speeds levels, because it's so hyped that like, even my worry for the pacing, it doesn't even stack up to it. Like, the hypeness is madness. So tell me your thoughts and comments below if you're hyped for Toriko as much as I am. Like, freaking out Wolf King Genis. Can I say much more? What I'm so shocked is what Midoriya said about. Midoriya spoke of Toriko's strength, so I'm just kind of finished. So tell me your thoughts and comments below. Shinigami-san, I'll see you in the comments below. I'll see you next week, and in the comments below. Tell me how strong do you think Stargent is compared to Toriko right now? And how strong do you think Toriko is right now in just the whole universe of Toriko? So tell me your thoughts and comments below. Shinigami-san, I'll see you next week, and let's keep that greatness coming. See ya.